Ah, the winter season of anime. A time when the snow outside one's windowsill is more than enough of an incentive to stay inside, warm and happy, with a batch of new shows to enjoy. Last year's winter blessed us with a great deal of fantastic shows, like Laid Back Camp, A Place Farther Than the Universe, Violet Evergarden, and Devilman Crybaby, to name but a few. This season 2 has a great deal of promising entries to check out. A lot, in fact. So I've compiled a list of the 10 shows this season I'm most interested in checking out, with all their diverse flavor and variety. This list has no particular order and may be missing some shows which are second seasons to anime I haven't seen. So then, without further delay, here's my list of the top 10 anime to check out this season of Winter 2019. Of all the shows airing soon, Mob Psycho 100's second season is by far my most anticipated. The first season was an absolute delight, with lovable characters, thrilling action, and a benchmark in creative yet quality animation by Studio Bones. This installment is once again going full speed ahead into excitement, as we follow Mob, Reagan, Dimple, Ritsu, and the rest of the cast as they struggled forward against their daily problems, like running laps, romance, bending spoons, scamming clients, escaping happy cults, getting swole, and psychic mayhem. If you haven't seen the first season, seriously, check it out. And then come bask in the glow of the second season of Everybody Loves Reagan, plus Mob. Watchable on Crunchyroll or with Verve, you can be sure I'll be watching this one weekly and enjoying every second of it. Speaking of anticipated second seasons, we are once again being graced with the explosive gambling madness that is Kakegurui. Blessed with stellar animation by Studio Mappa, Kakegurui gets your juices flowing through creative games and high-stakes bets for the characters that may leave you wondering, who is cheating? How are they cheating? What it will take to out-cheat the cheaters? And what the heck is up with those faces? All in all, Kakegurui XX will give you more of a thrill from the first season, so if you're up to speed with Kakegurui already, this next installment should be worth checking out. However, since Netflix has the streaming rights, the entire show won't likely be uploaded until the season is over.
Netflix makes you wait until the season is over to watch it.
Curses!
At which point, it can be binged. It will be quite the wait until then, but in the meantime, there's plenty of other shows to check out. It can be both a source of great excitement and great fear to have an amazing manga get adapted into anime. Small things like the director's vision or animation quality are influential in deciding if the adaptation can be both a good anime by its own merits and faithful to its source material. Thankfully, The Promised Neverland appears to be handling that transition well, with quality animation by Cloverworks and dynamic camera angles to let the viewers experience the plot twists as they unfold. As for the story, just watch the first episode to see whether this is your cup of tea or not. Believe me, it's all there. Indeed, perhaps we should have learned from Made in Abyss that simply because the characters are preteens doesn't mean that horror isn't but an episode away. Those who haven't read the manga can be excited to be part of such a wild ride. And those who have, I'm sure, are relieved that the adaptation looks phenomenal from the first episode alone. Check it out on Crunchyroll or Verve, and be sure to feast your eyes on this delectable show. I do love interesting fantasy shows, and for that reason I'm very excited to have this anticipated anime adaptation of the manga, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Like many isekai before it, our hero, Naofumi, is transported to another world where he must wield a shield alongside other weapon-specific heroes to fight monsters and save the kingdom. But unlike other isekai where the hero is beloved, ours is mistreated and hated, yet still expected to fight evil monsters on their behalf. Will he be a benevolent isekai hero like Rimuru Tempest of Slime, or a cruel one like Ainzul Gon from Overlord? Aside from the intriguing story, the animation appears to be on point, thanks to the work of the folks over at Kinema Citrus. And we can expect a phenomenal soundtrack from Kevin Penkin, the composer for the score of Made in Abyss. If you are interested in discovering who both the best and worst girls are of this season, check out The Rising of the Shield Hero on Crunchyroll, or Verve, every Wednesday. I will certainly be enjoying this one weekly. Anime has a unique gift for elevating psychological thrillers, since it itself is a medium that imitates reality. Satoshi Kon made excellent use of this unique gift in his hits like Perfect Blue and Paprika, and we have been graced with readaptation of the psychological horror and mystery novel Boogie Pop Never Laughs. A string of murders and disappearances of high school girls is taking place, along with the appearance of a high schooler-faced phantom named Boogie Pop. The story is told sometimes from one person's perspective, or multiple ones, and it doesn't always follow chronologically, similar to other shows, like Baccano. Crime is afoot, the world is in danger, and the darkness of the world is matched only by the darkness of the human soul. A world brought to life in the grittiest of ways by Studio Madhouse and director Natsume Shingo, who previously brought us One Punch Man. Season 2 coming soon! There are dark themes, violence, and plenty of gore to be had in this series, so for some that may not be up their alley, but for those who wish to experience this gritty mystery and have Crunchyroll or Verve, a few episodes are already out for your viewing pleasure. Last year, we saw a sharp rise in reboots or reimaginings of decades-old anime titles, including Devilman Crybaby from Devilman, Megalobox from Ashita no Joe, and Legend of the Galactic Heroes, among others. Dororo draws from even older material, a manga written by Osamu Tezuka in 1967 of the same name. With modern animation and character designs by Studio Mappa and Tezuka Productions, Dororo takes this ancient tale of a boy hunting and slaying demons to regain his lost body parts and breathes fresh life into it. Look at this quality! Swordsmanship, revenge, evil, and good. Tezuka's tale of a boy's journey is sure to impress viewers from all walks of life. Now, with the death of Anime Strike, it is watchable on Amazon Prime with their membership. I expect the quality and care for one of Tezuka's great works to continue, and for anyone who is able to check this series out. For something on the more light-hearted scale, we have the romantic comedy Kaguya-Sama, Love is War. As the title suggests, this humorous tale follows the school lives of the prestigious school council president and vice president, who kind of like each other, but are far too proud to admit it. Instead, they want to try and trick the other one into being the first to confess, and do so with all the clever banter and silly hijinks that creates. This one reminds me of a romantic comedy, like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and, if maintained with stellar animation by A1 Pictures, could be a surprise hit of this season. If you are mourning the conclusion of Bunny Girl Senpai from this last season, I know I am, and are on the lookout for some humor, romance, and witty banter, this is an excellent choice. Streaming on High Dive and Verve, this one looks to be a bundle of fun. As someone who thoroughly enjoyed Shirobako, I desperately wanted a spin-off anime of that one they were making in the show. That is, Third Aerial Girls Squad. This January, that may be the case with this new anime, the Kotobuki Squadron in the Wilderness. Hopes may be raised on account of two factors. First, the story appears to be quite similar to Third Aerial Girls Squad, in that there's a squadron of cute girls who fly different airplanes and engage in aerial combat. Second, the director for this show, Tsutomu Mizushima, also supervised both Shirobako and Girls und Panzer, both excellent shows that tie up nicely here. I am, however, given pause by the fact that there appears to be a lot of CGI, and the same studio making this show made Berserk. Yeah. Is this season 3? Nevertheless, this one's certainly worth checking out. Will it fly high like the Third Girls Aerial Squadron? Or crash to the earth, like the notorious Jiggly Jiggly Heaven? We shall see. One of the great dilemmas of an anime nerd like me is trying to decide who the best waifu is among the plethora of options both within seasons and of all time. It's good to know that nerds in anime can sometimes have that problem too. That is, choosing which voluptuous schoolgirl fitted to each anime archetype gets the ring. All day tsundere, my dudes! The quintessential quintuplets puts our male protagonist as the tutor for a bunch of buxom broads, all with different personalities. His quest to both make money by helping them graduate high school and eventually waifuing one of them. Why just one? This lewd show knows what it is. I know what I am. And you sick freaks know what you are as well. So welcome to the judgment-free zone of the quintessential quintuplets, brought to you by the wonderful waifu animators of Tezuka Productions? Was Dororo not good enough for you? Is this what Osamu Tezuka made anime for? Yes. Check it out on Verve or Crunchyroll, if you want, but you don't have to. It's not like I want you to watch it or anything, baka! Sometimes, anime does not have to be about adrenaline-pumping action, psychological thrillers, or sexy eye candy. Sometimes it can be about something mundane, like a man and his cat. The story is simple. A writer who hates people, in search of inspiration, takes in a cat, after which antics ensue. Though the premise is nothing special, it is a straightforward story about two living beings forging a bond and finding ways to rely upon one another in their various predicaments. I have found at times that the same nuances of some stories speak louder than even the biggest explosions. Laid Back Camp taught me that last winter season, and even though I didn't expect the same surprise here, I do look forward to the daily antics of a dude and his Neko. Check it out on High Dive, or with a subscription to Verve. And there you have it. That's my list for the top 10 anime to check out this winter season of 2019. This is Malrogg logging off, and be sure to check out more content here at OmniZion.